24-year-old says when he's out on the field, he's not just putting on a show for Chiefs Kingdom, he's playing for God.
Obviously, I want to win every game, but as long as I'm glorifying Him every single time I'm out there, I can walk with my head held high.
Mahomes says his walk with Christ has shaped him into the man he is today and the star player so many around the league admire.
Before every game, I walk the field, and I just do a prayer at the goalpost, and I thank God kind of for those opportunities, and I thank God for just letting me be on a stage where I can glorify Him. And I feel like the biggest thing that I pray for is that whatever happens, win or lose, success or failure, that I'm glorifying Him and doing everything the right way that He wants me to.
Example of what to do. Joni is a 13-year-old soccer player, but this story applies to any sport. With her parents in the stands and her whole team watching and holding their breath at the end of the game, she misses a final penalty kick on goal that would have tied the game, and instead the team loses. And her dad tells her, "Honey, we are so proud of you beyond words because of the courage you showed by volunteering to be the last kicker on the team."
All right, welcome everybody to the first game of week 6. Jeff Russell here with Dan Gwaltney on the camera. And we have a good matchup for you today. The underrated Hornets taking on Greg Reif and their very, very strong Wolverines. And the Wolverines had their hands full last week against Mitch Hertzler's Rams. And that was a very good game, and the Rams ended up taking that one over at Twin Valley. But this ought to be a good test right now. The Hornets, looks like they have Chapman and McDowell are here. A few weeks ago they missed a game, probably because of the retreat. And underneath there's a miss. And the Hornets come down with it. Here's Caden Buck in the paint. He missed. Chapman comes down with it. So Bowman and Chapman are ready. Doing their thing, but nothing to show for it. Here's Chapman right side. I'm sorry, Buck and Bowman that was. And I think they're going to get Caden here. Oh, they're going to get Logan Bowman. And Chapman misses the first. And he makes the second. Chapman's from Denver, Pennsylvania, my hometown. Schaaf got it under the Bowman. And they're going to get Musser here. Looks like we got a new PIAA ref. Always good to see. And Logan misses the first. And misses both. McDowell comes down with it. Early 1-0 Hornet lead on the Blake Chapman free throw. Double team now. Chapman looking for help. Not really being impressed. I'm surprised Buck's not going after that. Stronger. Underneath, and they found Musser. And good job for Chase. And the Hornets opening up with a 3-0 lead. The Wolverines, one of the top teams in the league. Underneath is Zaire, he missed it. And Musser getting a lot of action early, but Buck slowed that down. Caden's going to drive. That'll get over to Jitka. Back to Buck. Zaire had a shot. And the Wolverines having a little tough time underneath. And they're going to get Bowman on a carry. Double dribble. Caleb Zook was right there giving him a hard time. Early Saturday morning here, February 11th, 2023. Hornets looking for their second win of the season. They opened up the season 1-0 and have not won a game since. They had a 10-point lead on Jonathan Rodin's Knights, still came up empty. See if they could beat this team, they could contend with anybody. Obviously the team to beat in the whole conference are the Rams. And Caden Buck travel. Mitch Hertzler's Rams sitting at 5-0. But I was given some bad news from Caden Buck's father. It looks like Caden will not be available on Championship Saturday. And neither will Eliza Schaaf. So the both of them are on a soccer team, unfortunately. And Coach Reif is really going to miss them on Saturday, Championship Saturday. Gitka misses. Giving it to him again at the foul line. And the Hornets have it. Chapman penetrates. And he hits a 8-foot floater. Nicely done. 3 points for Chapman. And the Wolverines yet to get on the board here. Surprising. Buck got it to Zaire. Had a good look. Got his rebound. Good passing. Good defense there by Bilheim. And McDowell comes down with it. And they got Buck right on McDowell. Chapman, triple team, still found a way to get a shot off. And good job drawing the foul. He's going to go to the line. So Caden Buck is going to be slapped with the foul. And Chapman hits it. So coming up next after this game will be the Lions and the Rams. The worst team in the league against the best team in the league. And Chapman hits both. Chapman and McDowell, the two workhorses of this team, along with Weston Lapp, really need to play their best today if they want to take this game. And so far, they're doing that. Chapman down that right side. Lamani steps up to him. Rohrball was there, giving him a hard time. And here's Schaaf on a breakaway. Missed it. Turns, spins, missed it again. But he hit the ground. I think they're going to get Lamani here. Or is that Freeman they may get here? Yeah, they're going to get Joey Freeman. Joey from New Holland, Pennsylvania. And Elijah gets his team on the board. And misses the second. And both Elijah and Caden Buck again will not be here championship Saturday. Devastating loss for the Wolverines. Here's Weston Lapp. Nicely done. 9-1. Good block there by Lapp. That was on Rohrball. And we got a timeout, so we'll be back right after this.
This is a no-ball box-out drill. Every time we box out, what we want to do is we want to recognize the shot. So we want all 5 of our players on the floor yelling shot so everybody knows what's happening and that the shot is actually going up. So again, it's going to be important to locate, tag, turn, hold the box out so the player can't get by us, and then we're going to go up, get that ball with 2 hands.
All right, we're back. And it's surprisingly been all Hornets to this point. A 1-4 Hornets team. Craig Lapp would love to get a win here. And we saw Weston's older sister, Carissa, not playing this year. Said she might come back next year. Carissa has a championship ring from last year on Ryan Doherty's Bearcats in the girls' 5th and 6th league. Carissa was sensational the whole season. Here's Bowman. Got it to Schaaf. Schaaf missed it. Buck there to follow. One dribble off the floor. Fouled, and it counts. Caden Buck. And we all know what he can do. This is Caden's 3rd season in the boys' 5th and 6th league. Told his father he really didn't feel comfortable going into the 7th and 9th as a 6th grader. And Caleb hits the free throw. Caleb was on that infamous Buck and Buck team 2 years ago on Charles Babb's Cougars. And they're going to get Chapman. That's the second time I've seen Chapman stop about 5 feet before the half-court line. Good to see Joshua Day in the crowd. So Kane Norsini, Aiden Hoffman, Joshua Day all hit three-pointers this season. And good defense by Freeman, forcing a turnover. Good job, Joey. 49 seconds to go in the first quarter. Chapman, left side, double team. Boy, they are really sticking Chapman hard. And there was an attempt by Gavilando. And I believe Gavilando was on that Stallion team, Eric Starks, last year. Underneath Freeman, looking for a shot, didn't get it off. Deflected. Here's Buck, loves the football pass. Got it to Kika. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Joey Rohrball. Chapman looking for Freeman. McDowell is on the bench. 4 bench players for the Hornets in red, 3 bench players for the Wolverines in blue. 9 seconds left. Baca loves those long passes. Good look at Schaaf here, missed it. 2 seconds left, and that's going to do it. So after 1 quarter of play, it's the Hornets 9 and the Wolverines 4. We'll be back to second quarter.
I want to share with you how to work on your mental.
Okay, so now we got about a minute. Oh, they erased it from last week, so you could type it in. Man, you're getting a taste of what Jeff Russell's life is like up here every Saturday morning. All we need to do is get you on a mic. I know. Probably next year if you do this again. Oh, you know what? We got the mics cut on.
Win, starting the day with a win. You already got a win. You already got something accomplished. But in addition, you're setting your mind to be a person who's organized, a person who's disciplined, a person who's precise.
Sorry about that, folks, with the technical difficulty. And we're back to action here. Here's Lamani, their 3-point. He loves those 3-pointers. He stepped over the line, missed it. Lamani had 1 game a couple weeks ago, 3 3-pointers. All in the same half, I believe. Underneath, rejected by McDowell. John Noel tried to get a shot off. That's what we need to see more from McDowell. Now Lamani, this might be a 3, missed it. Here's Musser. Musser, left side. McDowell feeds it in. And Zook is there. Caleb couldn't get a shot off. We're going to go the other way. There's Noel. Lamani guarded by Bilheim. Found Buck. Buck into the paint. Left-handed. Missed it. Forgot the Bucks are left-handed. Him and his older brother, Evan. And It's going to be out on Rohrball. 9-4. Your Hornets are ahead, but it is not going to be easy keeping this team down. Musser to inbound. Here's McDowell. Going the other way, Bowman. Crosses to his left, Bowman with the right hand, missed it. Logan looking for a foul, not gonna get it. Wild pass picked off nicely by Noel. Noel's gonna pull up. And I don't think Zaire saw his foot was on the line. That's all right, Zaire. Wolverines still down 5. Here's McDowell. Nice crossover. They got Buck right on him. McDowell's in no position to shoot, but Weston Lapp is. He missed it. Loose under there. Good job by Noel to come down with that. Rohrball couldn't hang on. And going to go the other way. 3:52 left to go first half. Game 1 of week 6. McDowell double teamed. McDowell, he is just persistent on that right side. And good job. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2. Now they're calling a Chase Musser. I don't know what happened there. Chase Musser's called. That was off the ball. I'll have to go back and see what happened there. Regardless, the Wolverines will take it. Here's Pelagio. Out at the Buck. Caden, one bounce. Missed the floater. Got his own rebound. Looking for help. Got it off to Noel. He missed. And Weston Lapp comes down with it. Weston down that left side. Buck is really giving him a hard time. Turned over to Bowman. Bowman crosses to his right, taking on Musser. Going to draw the foul here. Good job by Bowman. Now Musser, according to my statistics, that's his 3rd foul already. Logan Bowman from New Holland attends Word of Life Mennonite Church. He was on that Ryan Bowman's Sons a couple years back, his 4th grade year. Just an all-around great player. So we're gonna have a bunch of new players coming in here. Elijah Stolzfus comes into the game. Gavilando's back in. Freeman. Bowman misses both. Good job by Pelagio to save it. Dangerous pass, and Gitko was beyond the half-court line. So Gavin, if you see this, you don't want to go beyond that half-court line once the ball is in the offensive zone. That is a backcourt violation. Here's Chapman. Just under 3 minutes to go in the half. Still 9-4 Hornets. And the Hornets got a good look here. Chapman missed it. Schaaf. Underhand pass. Noel there. Missed it. The Hornets are going to need to build a bigger lead if they want to hold on to this. They are underdogs in this game. Despite their lead, and again, McDowell from that right side, doing a lot of damage over there. Carter's just insistent to score from that right side baseline. So they're going to get Schaaf. And that is the 3rd team foul. And good job, Carter. First point scored of the half. Of the second quarter, I'm sorry. Hey, good job. Corner hits both. And that's exactly what the Hornets need to do. And we're going to have a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Now, most players, the average player, whenever they're being heavily pressured by a defender, they become passive. They want to get rid of the ball immediately. They can't handle pressure.
Those 8 assists in the first quarter. Parry, all the way. Yes.
The first thing you want to do is create time and space. One great way to create time is by stopping on a dime. So if I'm being heavily pressured by a really good defender, I'm going to go hard, stop on a dime, and you're going to immediately see that defender retreat, and you're going to create a pocket of space so that you can reassess and attack immediately.
All right, we're back. Second quarter, 2:27 left to go. Jeff Russell here with Dan Gwaltney on the camera. And right now, the underdog is leading 11-4. But again, the sad news, no Caden Buck on championship day or Elijah Schaaf, two of their top players. Unfortunately, scheduling conflict. So Coach Reif is, I don't know what he's going to do. It's part of Upward, folks. It happens. Just enjoy the time that you're here now. Buck got it to Bowman, guarded well by Freeman. Block with Chapman right in his face. He's still going to pull up. Almost hit it. Bellagio comes down with it. Good job, Zaire. To Bowman. Nice head fake by Buck, and Carter McDowell took a swing. Came up empty, but the shot was missed. Logan Bowman hit the game-winning shot against the Knights a few weeks back. That was last week. No, 2 weeks ago. But Bowman was the hero in that game. With 9 seconds left. And we're going to have another foul. So Caden Buck's going to be called. That's his second. So Cavallando to inbound. Chapman underneath, going to draw another foul. I hope this isn't on Caden. It is not. So Aiden Lamani, that's his first foul. That's going to send Chapman to the line. Very good free throw shooter. His first point since the first quarter, 6 for the game. Half the team points. All right, so Lapp's going to come in. Caleb Zook's going to come back in. And McDowell and Stoltzfus are going to take a seat. Chapman, nicely done. We always say here at Upward, games are won and lost at the free throw line. 13-4. Underneath the Schaaf, missed it. Buck right there to follow. There's a rare miss by Caden. Schaaf another miss. Boy, the Wolverines are really struggling to get the ball in. Gitkin missed. Buck another shot, hits it, and it counts. That's what Caden Buck does. Like I said, they're not going to keep this team down for too much longer. And Caden misses. 5 points for Buck. Ball's going to stay. Minute 8 to go in the half. Lamani looking for that three-point line. Try to get him on a double dribble. I think teams are aware now, Aiden, how good you are from outside that arc. All right, 1:03 left in the first half. And Hornets nursing a 7-point lead. They need more. Lap. Looking for Chapman. Lamani almost stole it. Chapman's going to throw one up. No good. Bowman comes down with it. He's got speed. Bowman. Long pass looking for Gitka. And that's stolen. 37 seconds. Freeman stops. Left-handed Freeman. Rejected. And yes, we're giving that a ceremonious rejection by Schaaf. And then he throws up an air ball. 20 seconds. There's Chapman.
Yeah, I got the organ playing right now.
Chapman. 6 seconds. Bowman has it. Bowman, 3 seconds. Rejected by Lap. And yes, another ceremonious rejection. And we have a player hurt. I think Bowman hit the floor hard. So 1 second. And we'll run the timeout while we wait.
So this is a box out. You all are going to be the offense. We're the defense over here. Defense, let's put up our right forearm, all right? And we're just going to go right here, turn, and box out. All right, ready? Shot. Girls, that was excellent. All right, ready? Shot. Perfect. Perfect. Now, when you box out, make sure you don't put your hands behind your back and hold. Put your hands right up here like you want the rebound. And don't be afraid to get a little contact. You're sitting on her leg so she can't jump.
All right, we're back with the final second of the first half. And the Wolverines are going to have an inbound attempt here by Noel. They got 1 second to get a shot off. Got it to Buck. He's not even... Oh, he did get a shot off. That would have counted. Good job. So after 1 half of play, the Hornets 13, Wolverines 6. We'll be back with the halftime message.
We are once again happy to host Upwards Basketball. I'm so glad that you came out, and I'm so glad that your kids are involved, or your grandkids are involved in this. Is this kind of echoing on me? Yeah. Anyway, if you can touch on that a little bit. Hey, Brian started this series on being different, and today I'd like to talk about Jesus as being different. Now, yeah, that kind of sounds like a Sunday school answer or a church answer, that definitely Jesus is different. In many ways, Jesus was different. He was the only God-man. In other words, he was fully God and fully man. Now, that's something that I can't be. You know, the interesting thing is, he was different in what he taught. And if you look at Matthew 5 or 6, he had that Sermon on the Mount. At the beginning of that, he had the Beatitudes, and he said, "Blessed are those who are poor in spirit. Blessed are those who are meek. Blessed are those who hunger after righteousness." You know, that's kind of different than the world that Jesus lived in, and it's also different than the world we live in. Now it's, you know, you try to work really hard to get attention instead of being humble and so forth. But Jesus said we are blessed when we are poor in spirit, when we hunger after righteousness, and when we're meek. One of Jesus' disciples, Peter, he wrote a letter to some believers that were living in a different land, and they were going through some tough times. And he told them this. He told them that God called you to do good, even if it means suffering. Just as Jesus suffered for you, he is your example, and you must follow in his steps. And so, you and I trust, will be different because we're trusting in Jesus. And when we're different, at times we get shunned, we get persecuted, we get made fun of. But Peter knew this about the believers that were getting spread throughout the world, and he said, hey, continue to do good. Even though you may suffer, you're not going to suffer like Christ suffered, but continue to do good and shine the light of Jesus to others. And so remember, when you are doing what God has called you to do as a Christian, remember, you might first face persecution, but that persecution or that difficulty, that being made fun of, is nothing in comparison to what to being with Jesus in heaven, and the relationship you can even have with him now. It's worth going through the difficulty, and we have this eternal hope that we can look forward to. And a little bit of discomfort here on this side of eternity is far worth it than the difficulties we're experiencing here. So let's not wimp out and give in to the peer pressure of the world that we live in. One of the things I want to do is, and I want to encourage you to follow the example of Jesus. But to be able to do that, first, you need to know Christ as your Savior. And so if today you're not trusting Christ as your Savior, that's the first step. And then after that is trust him to make the decisions you need to make, to do what God has called you to do for his glory, not so that...
Here's an example of what to do
in your life. That's one of the best things you can do. Even though you may face persecution, even though you may be made fun of, in light of eternity, is the best thing you can do. So anyway, let's close with prayer. Lord, thank you for Jesus. Thank you for his substitute for us, that he died in our place. Thank you that as believers, we have your Spirit in us to empower us to live in a way that, even in spite of maybe being made fun of, we can have an impact in the world that we live in. I pray you give us courage to do that. Thank you for the students that are playing today. May they learn some new things about you and about themselves and how they can trust you. In Jesus' name, amen. One of the things I want to mention is, if you don't have a church home, you're more than welcome here, or the Nazarene, or some other churches in the area. The other thing is, we have two events coming up. A marriage seminar called Thrive Marriage Seminar. It's open to the public. If you'd like to just encourage your marriage a bit, there's postcards as you leave. And then also we have an Easter journey coming up. It's an interactive journey that you walk through, and it's for parents and children. And again, that's a weekend before Easter. Again, you're welcome to come to participate in that. Hey, have a good rest of the day.
All right, we're back with the second half. Jeff Russell here with Dan Gwaltney on the camera. And Dan's also running the scoreboard as well. So after this game, I will be heading down to Twin Valley for the next two games. And I think Brian Schaefer, Patrick Casey may be coming in later. Not sure Patrick's reffing or not. There's a nice give and go from McDowell to Chapman, missed it. And here's Bowman. He's got Noel ahead of him. He found him. Noel's got to be careful. Chapman behind him. Missed a shot. McDowell has it. Hornets are going to need more points, so they're going to keep this team down. We've seen it time and time again. The better teams usually make a comeback. Here's Musser, 18 feet. That missed. Buck came down with it. Buck spins, dishes it off. Noel, a good look, missed it. Yeah, Musser came down with it. Week 6 coming up. Next week is the final week of the regular season, week 7. And Chapman just missed. It's amazing how many rebounds Logan Bowman gets. Schaaf tried a Euro step fake pass. That was interesting, and it worked. Here's Buck for 3. Missed everything. And Pelagio tried to save it. Didn't happen. Here come the Hornets, still nursing that 7-point lead. Boy, would Craig Lapp love a win here today. Still a long way to go. Musser saved it. Chapman on the ground, they're going to call that. Can't roll around down there, Blake. So Chapman's going to take a seat. Lapp's going to come into the game. Zook's coming into the game. And Bilheim also. There's Buck. Caden's going to drive. Going to draw the foul. I think they're going to get Musser here. If so, that's going to be his 4th unofficial foul. And it is. They don't want to lose him. Buck misses the first. And Caden hits the second. Six points for Buck. Chapman leads all scorers with 7. Now it's a 6-point lead. The Hornets got to keep adding on. Lapp got it to Zook. Zook being harassed right now by Schaaf and Bowman. McDowell really close to that half-court line. Boy, the defense of the Wolverines. But somehow the Hornets have it. McDowell just slams into Buck. And I think they're going to get Buck. No, they're calling that a charge. So McDowell, they're saying was a little too aggressive. Good job by Buck. Keep his stance. So Elijah Stoltzfus comes into the game. Freeman's in. So 3.5 minutes to go into third. Still a 6-point Hornet lead. Here's Schaaf. Buck sees a wide open lane. He's going to take it. Missed another layup. Boy, the Hornets are very fortunate right now. You don't see Caden Buck missing too many layups. Bowman, back to Buck, top of the key. Back to Bowman. He's going to penetrate. Logan Bowman, beautifully done. Drives, scores, and draws the foul. Right into the landed Giants. That's his first points of the game. Took everybody on. And I told you, you're not going to hold this team down for too much longer. Oh, the scoreboard, the official scoreboard has the wrong they gave credit to the wrong team. Hopefully they'll fix that. The score should be 13-9. Now they see it. And we're going to have a jump here between Freeman and Schaff. That's going to go to the Hornets. So only a 4-point lead. The Hornets got to start adding on. They've yet to score here in the second half. Lap looking for help. Stolen away by Palacio. Zaire picks it up. Just throw it inside, nobody there. And Hornets are going to keep it. So interesting that Coach Lapp is separating McDowell and Chapman. So they're going to relieve each other right here. Chapman in. Here's Chapman, he's going to be pressed. Got it to Freeman. Back to Chapman. Chapman trying to penetrate a wall of blue. Not going to happen. They're going to go the other way. Bowman, a long football pass. Got it to Kitka, he missed. Schaff still has it. Schaff in the lane, around and in. Nicely done there, Elijah. His first points since the foul shot. I believe that opened up the game in scoring. Maybe not. He had a point in the first quarter. I'm not sure what Fidel's talking to Chapman about. But now it's only a 2-point game. And the Hornets have yet to score here in the second half. They got to get it going. Here comes the press. Got it to Lapp. Lapp swings it for Camilando. He's got Stoltzfus begging for the ball and right underneath. Lapp in the corner. He's stuck. Got it to Chapman. Chapman's going to put up a shot. Nicely done. Like Chapman. I don't know how he made that one. And the Hornets will take it. And it leads 4. Buck. He's going to drive. Now he kicks it out. Palacio stands there. Just threw one up. No good. Back to Bowman. Bowman crosses to his left. Back to his right. Can't find anything. Dishes it off to Buck at the foul line. Missed. And boy, now the Wolverines are turning it up. Another offensive rebound. Buck to Palacio. Palacio had a real good look, missed it. And good job by the Hornets. They're going to get possession. So Musser's going to come in. Bilheim's coming in. And Zook. So this is going to be a really good chance for the Wolverines right here. So Lamani's going to come in. And Joey Rohrbaugh. All right, this is the Wolverines' chance right here. This is about as small as the line could get for the Hornets. Chapman to Lapp. Lapp underneath, threw one up, no good. Buck comes down with it. Bowman, he's flying down that right side, looking for anybody, nothing there. He's going to back off, dish it off the Buck. Caden has a great look at 3. Just missed. Lamani underneath with Chapman. That ball's going to stay. So 41 seconds to go in the third. Lamani to inbound. Looking for help. Into the hands of Kitka. Off his foot. That's going to be a backcourt violation. Unfortunately for the Wolverines. The Hornets catch a break. Musser to inbound. Chapman, back to Musser. Musser right side, he's gonna pull. Missed it, Rohrbach came down with it. Or that's a Zook, I'm sorry. Caleb got it out to Musser. Musser lost the handle into the hands of Buck. 18 seconds, Lapp hits the ground, no call. Hands of Logan Bowman. Bowman swings it over, but Rohrbach couldn't hang on. So with 10 seconds, Hornets are gonna have a shot here. Chapman, not sure if he's aware of the time. They're all yelling at him. Throw a wild pass, that's gonna go the other way, and that's gonna be it. So after 3 quarters of play, the Wolverines are still down, 15-11. We'll be back with the 4th and final quarter.
I prefer that my parents, if I play bad, don't say anything. And if I play well, it doesn't really matter if they compliment me on how I play. I just I don't know, I prefer my parents to, not talk as much.
She tells me to get in the position that my coach told me not to get in. I'm like, well, no. And then she's like, get in your position. I'm like, no.
Coming from the coach's mouth is kind of better, I feel like, because your parents are there to support you and your coach is there to help you, you know?
They don't need to, always be, telling me what to do, every minute of the game. They kind of just gotta let me play.
I love when you say it, really nice. I got it, Mom.
I'd like to look back and I'd like to see you, smile or, give me a thumbs up.
Mom, I wish you would be a little bit quiet.
All right, we're back for the 4th and final quarter. Jeff Russell here with Dan Gwaltney on the camera and the scoreboard. Folks, if you ever are at a game, feel free to come up to the tech booth. If you don't see 3 people here, we need a hand. And it's very easy to do. Here we go. Bowman. He's going to drive to his right, to his left, back to his right. Missed the layup. Kick under there, but he couldn't get it. Chapman comes away with it. The Hornets have been leading the entire game. Now Chapman and McDowell are paired together. Chapman bangs into his own player, but made the shot. And that's exactly what Coach Lapp wanted. Open it back up to a 6-point lead. The Hornets trying to pull the upset here. Shaw from top of the key, off. It's loose. Lamanni down there got kicked in the face. Lamanni is hurt. He took a shoot in the face. I saw that. Actually, at top of his head. Well, you hate to see any injury. We've seen so many. I'll never forget when my son took an elbow. Nate Carvania got an elbow from Jaden Russell right in the nose. And I remember the Jerome Stoltzfus took a shot from Owen Schramm. There's a missed shot into the hands of Chapman. Chapman being pressed, and it's turned over. Schaaf working on Chapman, kicks it out to Buck. Caden for a great look at 3. He buried it. And I said you're not going to hold this team down. This is what they do. 17-14. 3-point lead. Turned over. Schaaf tried to save it. Boy, he slammed into a spectator. And we're going to have a timeout, and we'll be back right after this.
In this drill, the defender will start between the offensive player and the basketball. On the clap, the defensive player is going to make contact with their forearm and then turn their backside to complete the box out. They need to hold this for 3 seconds to complete the drill. If the offensive player is able to touch the basketball within 3 seconds, they score a point. If the defender can hold them off, they score a point. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Good job. 1, 2, 3.
All right, we're back. 4:24 left to go in this tight one. The Hornets in red have led the entire game, but the Wolverines are gaining momentum. And here they go. Chapman and McDowell are out there. Weston Lapp is resting. Chapman being pressed hard, got around it. He's got Gavilondo. He slams into Noel, no call. Chapman put one up, got his own rebound, missed it again, got his own rebound again, and this time Schaaf just took it right out of his hand. But Schaaf lost the handle. He collided into Bowman. And we got another injury. It's the second time Bowman's been hurt. And we'll be back.
Here's an example of what to do.
I'll do it.
Joni is a 13-year-old soccer player, but this story applies to any sport. With her parents in the stands and her whole team watching and holding their breath at the end of the game, she misses a final penalty kick on goal that would have tied the game, and instead...
All right, back to action. Musser to inbound. Got it to Chapman. Chapman and Schaaf again just took it right out of his hands, but again lost it. Musser puts it up. He missed. McDowell comes down with it. Just under 4 minutes. McDowell for 3. Buried it. Carter McDowell, his first point since the second quarter, and they were huge ones. And that opens it back up to 6. Schaaf misses. McDowell comes down with it. What a huge three-pointer right there. Chapman. And they're going to get Schaaf. A little too aggressive. They better be careful. They may get him on a technical. Only his second foul. Now the Hornets trying to pull the upset here. Still got to play hard to the end. Musser, McDowell, Chapman, Stoltzfus, Gavilondo are in. And here's Chapman. Got it to Stoltzfus. Stoltzfus swings it over looking for Gavilondo, and he couldn't hang on. Good defense by Schaaf. Now that's going to get the Wolverines the ball. 3:21 left to go. 6-point Hornet lead. Hornets looking for their second victory of the season against the number 2 seed, or at least 2 or 3 seed. There's a couple teams up there. But right now, officially, they're the number 2 seed with 1 loss. There's good passing. Noel missed. And the Hornets have it. Approaching 3 minutes. Boy, would Coach Lapp love this. McDowell. Carter looking for help. He sees Stoltzfus. Stoltzfus couldn't hang on. Buck crosses to his left. Feeds it ahead for Schaaf. Schaaf's going to put it up, but McDowell was right there in his face, but he made it anyway. Wow. Elijah Schaaf with a huge basket. And the lead's 4. 2:30 left to go. Chapman trying to drive through the blue wall. It's loose. And they're going to get Chapman for rolling around again. We're going to have a lot of fresh blood coming in off the bench here. Chapman sits. McDowell's going to stay. Weston Lapp comes into the game. Bilheim's in. Zook is in. And Caden Buck has Noel all by himself. Noel pulls up, misses it. And the Hornets catch a break there. Here's Lapp. Lapp, double team, triple team. Got it off to McDowell. Nice crossover, crosses over Buck as well. Got it to lap. He's got a good look on the left side. Palazzio's there. Good job by Palazzio. And Buck comes down with it. Just under 2 minutes. Buck, he's going to throw a left-hander off the glass and in. Caden Buck. 11 points for Buck. Here's Lap with 1:40 off his foot, going to go the other way. And the Wolverines only down 2. So 1:38. Here we go, Bowman. Logan driving. Nobody there, and Logan Bowman, an easy layup. The Hornets broke down, and the game is tied. 4 points for Bowman. And we'll be back after this.
Now, most players, the average player, whenever they're being heavily pressured by a defender, they become passive. They want to get rid of the ball immediately. They can't handle pressure.
Those 8 assists in the first quarter. Parry, all the way. Yes.
The first thing you want to do is create time and space. One great way to create time is by stopping on a dime. So if I'm being heavily pressured by a really good defender, I'm going to go hard. Stop on a dime.
All right, we are back for the final minute and 27 seconds, and the Hornets are locked up after leading the entire game, are now find themselves tied with the number 2 seed. Here's Chapman, he's gonna take on Noel. Logan Bowman got back there, that's a good foul. Chapman's gonna go to the line. So Noel's first. Chapman to the line with 11 points. In and out. Chapman and Caden Buck both have 11, leading all scorers. Chapman takes the second. And he gives the Hornets the lead once again. Here's Lamanni with 1:13. Lamanni looking for Schaaf, but picked off by McDowell. Carter McDowell, what a play. Here's Chapman with 1 minute to go. Right side. Chapman, a floater, baseline, missed it. Caden Buck comes down with it, down by a point. Buck has Musser there to his left. He's going to pull for 3. And he hits it! Caden Buck, his 8th point of the quarter. 14 for the game. And now the Wolverines find themselves ahead. 36 seconds. The Hornets cannot believe right now what they're witnessing. Buck poking at it, give it a shove by Chapman, and they're going to get Chapman for that little shove.
No, those are 3. They only gave him the 2 at first.
So the official scoreboard is showing 23-21, which looks to be correct. And we have another timeout. So I think we're going to stay right here. Unbelievable. Caden Buck, his second 3-pointer of the quarter. 14 points.
27 seconds.
27 seconds left. And a 2-point blue lead, the Wolverines in blue. After leading almost the entire game, the Hornets now find themselves down 2, and the Wolverines have the ball. Caden Buck, what a game. Here's Schaaf. Schaaf taking his time, and he's stripped by Musser, but he got it back. What a job by Schaaf. Buck, 20 seconds, killing the clock. Bowman swings it to Lamanni. Lamanni, nobody pressing. Now Chapman goes after him. And that killed a good 10 seconds before the Hornets realized that they got a foul. Only a 2-point game. Schaff to inbound. At half court, just inside half court. Everybody for the Lions-Rams game are starting to pile in here. Schaff to inbound. Got it to Buck. Buck not being fouled. He's just holding it. Still no call. So 4 seconds ran off there. And the Hornets not doing a good job of fouling. And we have another timeout. So we'll be back right after this.
24-year-old says when he's out on the field, he's not just putting on a show for Chiefs Kingdom, he's playing for God.
Obviously, I want to win every game, but as long as I'm glorifying Him every single time I'm out there, I can walk with my head held high.
Mahomes says his walk with Christ has shaped him into the man he is today and the star player so many around the league admire.
Before every game, I walk the field and I just do a prayer at the goalpost, and I thank God kind of for those opportunities, and I thank God for just letting me be on a stage where I can glorify Him. And I feel like the biggest thing that I pray for is that whatever happens, win or lose, success or failure, that I'm glorifying Him and doing everything the right way that He wants me to.
All right, we're back, and right now they're discussing whether Greg Reif is getting slapped with a technical, calling his 3rd timeout. Reif is insisting he only used 1 timeout. Chapman misses. The Hornets catching the break of a lifetime with 2 technicals. Chapman misses the first. They should get possession as well. Makes the second. 4 points in the quarter for Chapman, 13 for the game. The Hornets are going to get the ball. They're still talking this over. So the Hornets down by 1 in red. At 1 win, 4 losses. The blue team 4 wins, 1 loss. All right, so now Craig Lapp is going to call time. We're going to stay right here. We're trying to sort this out. So Coach Reif got slapped with a technical. I know there were a lot of timeouts called, definitely. Whether or not 2 of them were for Greg Reif, I can't attest to that. Greg Reif insists he only used 1. Maybe unofficially I should start keeping timeouts. That's the ref's job to do. Six seconds show on the clock. The blue team, the Wolverines, ahead by 1. Hornets have the ball. Musser's going to inbound. Musser got it to Chapman with 6 seconds. Blake looking around, lost the handle. Stolen by Lamani. It's loose. That's it. They never got their shot off. So congratulations to Greg Reif and the Wolverines, moving to 5-1. And we'll be back. Stay tuned for the Lions-Rams. Coming up next, player of the game, we are going to give to Blake Chapman, or I'm sorry, Caden Buck, wrong team. Caden Buck, 14 points, your player of the game. Congratulations, Wolverines.